Let's review the course and the components we've come up with creating your killer business plan. We have the business model, which serves as the foundation of everything you do. It covers the 9 aspects that you need to define to have a complete business. Now, what do you use this for? Outside of course, creating your pitch deck and everything else, this really should be the foundation you use as an internal tool with your management team to create execution tools, hypothesis tests, and try to perfect your business model. It serves as the foundation ongoing as you develop your business. The next was the financial model. Now, obviously this is important. Finance and accounting is the language of business. You have to know this. Regardless if you're a social media site or a heavily detailed financial banking institution, you've got to know these details, and the entire management team has to be comfortable. Now, where does this get used? Obviously internal. This should be used as part of your budgeting, part of your forecasting, part of your hiring guidelines. It's really a constant reference, and it should be a living document that you update regularly, much like the business model is. Now, who else sees this internally? You would also be sharing this with investors. Anyone interested in investing is going to want to see your financial model. You'll send them the Excel spreadsheet, and that's fine. Yes, there is confidential information, but at that point, you should have been to a point where the relationship with investors, you can share that. The third piece, which is the most commonly used, particularly when you're raising capital, is your pitch deck, referred to as the business plan when you're talking to investors. This is the summary. This is the story of what you're trying to do with your business. Pain and opportunity and solution, how you make your money, your team, some of your milestones, your financial metrics, and what you're trying to accomplish with it. Now, if you're not trying to raise capital and you pitch someone, that's fine. Take your call to action and make it, we're always looking for new customers, we're always looking for advisors, we're always looking for talent. Because in a startup, you are always looking for all three for it. Now, besides investors, who else can use a pitch deck? Well, surprisingly, with just a little bit of modification, it can be your initial sales deck for customers. Your very first customers, particularly if you're selling something big or selling to businesses, are going to be taking a risk on you. So to explain the entire story can be really beneficial. Instead of thinking just a standard sales pitch deck, let them know the company. So normally it's what I do in our early stage companies is we take our pitch deck, remove some of the financial details and others that wouldn't be pertinent to someone who would buy in the product, but let them see the overall idea of the business and what they're going to be getting into. And then I think the most important is recruiting. If you're looking to bring in startup staff, a startup, you have to have A players. A players are not just about what they're going to get paid. You don't go to startups to get big salary anyways. But what they are is they're looking for a big project or an exciting project, a good team they're going to join, something they can believe in, and hoping that they can be part of the next big thing, whatever that is, your idea is. And maybe it's a big thing in a small industry. That's okay. It's still a big accomplishment. So whenever you're hiring someone or recruiting, share your deck with them. Let them know this is the vision for the company. This is what we're hoping to pull off. This is what we've done. That same information will really help you recruit top-level talent. Last component is obviously the exec summary. Wait till last to finish it. It makes it much easier to do, but don't forget to do it because it's a very valuable tool with investors. And it's also when you are posting anything online, whether it's of course Gust, where you get the format for, but if you're going on AngelList, if you're going on some of the crowdsourcing tools, or a lot of other places online you can help promote and raise capital, this is probably the primary tool over your deck because often they'll download that first or take the content of that first to create your profile, and then the deck is second for it. Now, all these components provide a lot of important information about your business, and some of it may be very confidential. If anyone can steal your idea from your deck, as I mentioned before, you really have to question your business. It's really about how do you execute it, which is always really secret pieces. But don't just send out your deck to everybody and your information. The more you can keep it confidential, put confidential on the title. That's fine. If you're getting into detailed information with a strategic partner who really would know your detailed information, have them sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Most investors will not sign NDAs. Now, think about the position for the investor. They're not interested in stealing your idea. They're interested in investing in companies. They see, tens, maybe hundreds of business ideas a week. The last thing they're going to do is sell. You may get a few to sign NDAs, but don't get hung up on it. NDAs are more really for contractors and partners and people that really could maybe take something you have and leverage it against you. Now, these 4 components, you have a killer business plan. It's up to you to take it to the next level, nail the pitch, and good luck with your startup.